What's up guys, Venom RB here, and today we have some news. Ferraris are back in Driving Empire. And it probably would have been better if they had just stayed away. Let's talk about this Ferrari, which I say with air quotes because, yes, let's discuss this. Now, a law I like to abide by in the realm of fake models, as you know, a fake model enthusiast, some might even say, is if you can tell what the fake model is based on, odds are it's probably not a bad model. For example, let's just check out the Revuelto. We tell it's a Revuelto, right? Pretty simple. Or the TVR Cervera. You can tell what it is. I put that dumb wing on there, ignore it. With this car, you cannot. Now, originally, I recorded an entire video calling this an SF90 because that's what I thought. Hydra just informed me that it's actually based on a 488 Pista. So now, armed with that knowledge, let's get into reviewing this model. Now, it does have a trunk, it has two doors, and an engine bay. Engine, pretty detailed, that's cool. Frunk, not much. It's a frunk, so who cares? Texture on the speedometer could be better, not the worst though. So overall, it's not that it's a bad model in quality. It just looks really bad. So it's supposed to be a 488 Pista. Here's a picture of one on the screen. Now, like I said, I originally thought this was an F90 because it kind of just looks like one from the back. And I do not see any 488 Pista in this car, like at all. Now, as you can see, and to me this is what kills the car the most, we have this giant curve in the rear bumper. These two really weird square taillights, which also look dumb. Tiny headlights, which seems to be what Voldex really just loves to do, is for all their fake model cars, they just throw the smallest headlights they can on the car. Now, it's supposed to be a 488 Pista, so where's the striping? You know, that's not an option, unfortunately. It would have been cool if it was. The car just looks bad. It doesn't look like a 488 Pista, and it doesn't look like an SF90, nor does it look like a F8 Tributo, a Ferrari 360, a Ferrari 430, a Testarossa, a 458, a Lob Ferrari, an Enzo, or just about any other Ferrari on the universe or in the universe. So I don't understand what Voldex is trying to do, and this is going to go back to a point I've talked about with previous fake models. If you're a car enthusiast, why would you ever use this car? Even if you're a normal player, why would you ever use this car when you could use a 918, when you could use a Lotus which looks realistic, when you could use a Porsche that looks realistic? There's no appeal in using fake models that look like this. At least, for example, with the TVR. You can tell it's trying to be a TVR. If you look at the Revuelto, this really looks like a Revuelto. Like, it's not perfect, of course, it's got to be copyright free, but it looks like a Revuelto. So what were you guys thinking releasing this? It looks nothing like a Ferrari. Same thing can be said about the Noble model. Doesn't look like a Noble. There's no appeal in using this. Part of the appeal in playing car games, like I've said earlier on in other videos, is to drive your dream cars. Tons of people love the 488 Pista. Tons of people have it as their dream car. None of those players are going to see this and recognize that it's their dream car. There's just no appeal. So I would really like to see them try harder to make the models look better. Now, I've heard that they don't even have car enthusiasts making their car models, which is, or not making, but designing their car models, which is problem number one, because there's only so much Long can do to make a bad model or bad render look like a good model. So, you know, no blame can be put on him. Now, next week, we are getting a Bugatti. That is right, Bugattis are coming back to DE. It is a Bugatti Veyron that will be coming back next week. And that was supposed to come out today, but it got held back due to quality control reasons. So, Voldex, why didn't you hold this back? Because this looks terrible if it's trying to be a 488. So I can't even imagine how bad the Bugatti must have looked. I don't even want to know. I guess we'll have to see how that looks next week, but I don't have much hope for it. Anyways, as is tradition, we always name the fake car models after something, whether it be the Veloce sweatshop, something, you know, to represent China and fake models, because that's where they would have come from. And so I feel like I will name this Fachina, because I think it's quite fitting. With that being said, thank you all for watching. I will see you all in the next video. And yeah, Ferrari's back, guys. Who else is so excited? You know, we're just gonna do that. Yeah. Bye, guys. Venom out.